Chapter 41 Tan Mingyang, Freshman Competition. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There are 4 cafeterias in the Magic University, and Su Jingming went to the one closest to the dormitory. As soon as he walked to the door of the cafeteria, he smelled the aroma of meat. After entering the canteen, he discovered that in addition to ordinary food, the canteen also provided meat made from the meat of ferocious beasts. Although the ferocious beast is thick-skinned and cruel in nature, it can be said that it is full of treasures. Tough beast skin is not only an excellent material for making battle clothes, and even if it is made into a leather bag, it is still a luxury product that many rich people are rushing to buy. The bones of ferocious beasts, ground into powder, are also an excellent medicinal material. As for the flesh and blood of ferocious beasts, long-term consumption can also enhance physical fitness. It is precisely because of this that many people with special abilities will form adventurer teams and venture into wilderness areas to hunt ferocious beasts. Then the corpse of the ferocious beast is taken back to the city and sold at a high price. In fact, in the martial arts college entrance examination, the ferocious beast Su Jingming killed could also be sold at high prices, but those are the property of the military region, so naturally they cannot be taken away. Of course, the dishes made from the flesh and blood of ferocious beasts in this canteen are much more expensive than ordinary dishes. Ordinary dishes only require 0.001 credits, which is 10 daxia coins to buy one portion, but for the ferocious beast dishes, the lowest one costs 0.1 points, which is 1,000 daxia coins. Su Jingming even saw a beast dish priced at 10 credits and worth up to 100,000 daxia coins. Good guy. If you don't have enough credits, you won't even be able to afford food. Su Jingming shook his head, and then chose to buy a 0.1 credit beast dish to try. I have to say that the school chef's cooking skills are very good. The tough flesh and blood of the ferocious beast was cooked until it melted in your mouth, leaving a fragrant aroma in your mouth. After more than 10 minutes, Su Jingming got up and left the canteen after filling his stomach and feeling a little unfinished. In addition to providing dormitories for students, Shanghai University of Magic also provides accommodation for teachers. Of course, they are all villas, and it's more luxurious than student dormitories. After all, the teachers who are qualified to teach at the Magic City University of Superpowers are at least 6th-level superpowers. Even to the outside world, they are all great figures. Yang Jintian, the dean of the Weapons Academy, lives in the 23rd building of the teacher's villa area. Su Jingming left the canteen and spent more than 20 minutes coming to the teacher's villa area. Compared with the student dormitory area, the environment here is even better. In addition, scenery such as small bridges, flowing water, rockeries and waterfalls can also be seen everywhere. The school specially put a hill as the background. Can you believe this? Only top universities can be so heroic. Silently complaining, Su Jingming easily found villa number 23 based on the map at the entrance to the teacher's villa area. This is a villa with a rich ancient Bactrian style. The exterior walls are painted the same color as the wooden structure. There are some light blue wind chimes hanging under the eaves, which look both simple and elegant. Su Jingming went straight to the door of the villa, and when he was about to ring the doorbell, a voice with a smile behind him sounded. Are you here to become a disciple? Su Jingming turned his head and saw a young man in white standing 5 meters behind and to his left. The young man is handsome, with short hair and a smile on his face, different from the smiles of ordinary people. The young man's smile seemed a bit wanton and cynical. Su Jingming frowned slightly when he heard this and did not answer. I don't know him. How does he know his purpose? The young man didn't care when he saw this. Seeing that Su Jingming was indifferent, he continued with a smile. In addition to his disciples, usually the people who come to see Teacher Yang are those who want to become their masters. I have met most of Teacher Yang's students, but if you are not among them, then you can only come here to become a disciple. Of course, I am also here to become a disciple. Before the young man finished speaking, he suddenly noticed something was wrong with Su Jingming's breath. Awakened one, but he quickly reacted and raised his eyebrows. Special enrollment? Su Jingming didn't hide anything. In fact, even among the special enrollment crowd, he is probably the only one who is only at the awakened level, and now the application form for the martial arts college entrance examination has just begun, and the Magic City University of Supernatural Power has not announced the admission list yet. In previous years, the special admissions were either at the top of the first level or in the middle of the first level. I didn't expect that there would be special admissions for awakened people this year, that the young man was amazed, but he did not underestimate Su Jingming. After all, being able to become a special admissions student at the Magic City Superpower University at the level of an awakener means that he is certainly strong. In addition, the potential is even more terrifying. Who is the senior? Su Jingming saw that although the other party was familiar to him, he didn't seem to have any ill intentions, so he took the initiative to strike up a conversation. Weapons Academy, sophomore year. No, it should be junior year now. Junior student, Tan Mingyang. Tan Mingyang introduced himself, and then asked, "What about you?" Su Jingming, a freshman, just reported in today. You know how to become a teacher as soon as you register. Su, you are very fast. Generally, freshmen don't know how to become a teacher until the freshman competition. Freshman competition? Su Jingming frowned when he heard this. Zhang Chaoyang didn't seem to mention this matter just now. The freshman competition is a custom of our Magic University, and it is usually held 3 or 4 days after the freshman registration is completed. At that time, most of the teachers in the school will go to watch the game. Freshmen who perform better in the freshman competition will be scrambled by various colleges, and their mentors will personally come forward to accept them as disciples. Seeing that Su Jingming didn't know, Tan Mingyang simply explained a few words. Of course, special admissions students like you can become apprentices without waiting for the freshman competition. Tan Mingyang did not deny what Su Jingming did, but what he didn't say was that even if it was a special enrollment, the probability of finding a dean-level mentor when you first enter school is as low as winning a lottery ticket. Most likely it will be a wasted trip. However, the special admissions students are often the top picks and geniuses from a certain province or city. And they are arrogant. Even if he told this fact, he would probably not listen, so he didn't say it. Su Jingming thanked him and asked curiously, Senior Tan also came to learn from Teacher Yang? Yes. Tan Mingyang nodded and said with emotion, in the past 6 months, I have been here several times, but I still can't meet the standards for apprenticeship. I was about to give up, but I still couldn't give up. Forget it, don't say so much, let's go in together. Tan Mingyang sighed, and then pressed the doorbell at the door of the villa. Not long after, the door of the villa opened, and a middle-aged man who looked like a butler appeared. Welcome both of you. Teacher Yang is already waiting inside. Come with me. The smile on the butler's face was as warm as the spring breeze. Su Jingming, who came here for the first time, didn't feel anything unusual, but Tan Mingyang on the side was a little flattered. This is not his first time here. The housekeeper has been very polite in the past, but he will never be so enthusiastic, and judging from the butler's tone, Teacher Yang was actually waiting inside. How can this be? 7th level superpowers don't sit around doing nothing every day. On the contrary, they are very busy. Before, even Tan Mingyang came to visit, it is often necessary to wait in the villa for half an hour or an hour before you can see him in person, and now, the busy dean of the Weapons Academy is actually waiting inside in advance. What's happening here? With doubts, Tan Mingyang and Su Jingming entered the villa together. Chapter 42 Apprenticeship. Top Practice Method. Bodybuilding Combat Skills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Under the leadership of the housekeeper, Su Jingming and Tan Mingyang entered the living room of the villa. As soon as he walked in, Su Jingming saw 2 people sitting on the sofa in the living room. The man on the right is a young man who looks about the same age as Tan Mingyang. His appearance is relatively ordinary, the kind that you can't find in a crowd without looking carefully, but this young man's aura was very sharp, and just sitting there was an inexplicable sense of oppression emanating from him. Sitting next to the young man was a middle-aged man. The man was wearing a gray suit, with a strong figure, and his eyes were shining like thunder. Meeting his gaze, Su Jingming felt as if he was being stared at by the most elite dragon beast, with the hairs all over his body standing on end. Compared with this middle-aged man, the aura of the young man next to him seemed to be gone, and Su Jingming, who had checked the tutor's information through Eva before at the villa, naturally knew, this middle-aged man. It is Yang Jintian, the dean of the Weapons Academy and a 7th-level high-ranking superpower with the title of Thunder Spear. Dean Yang, I brought them all here. The steward said respectfully. Okay, you go down. Yang Jintian asked the housekeeper to step aside, then looked directly at Su Jingming, with a smile on his face. You must be Su Jingming, Zhang Chaoyang has already told me in advance, come on, let's go to the training room. After saying that, he got up and walked to the second floor. Seeing this, Su Jingming quickly followed him. Tan Mingyang, who had witnessed the entire process, stood there in a daze. Yang Jintian, the dean of the Weapons Academy, is notoriously strict. The Weapons Academy he oversees has the most rules and regulations among the 5 major academies of the Magic City Super University. Therefore, the students privately nicknamed Yang Jintian Yang King of Hell. The other party's usually stern face also fits this nickname very well, but just now, he actually saw Yang Yanwang smiling. Moreover, the other party seemed to know Su Jingming and actually took the other party directly to the training room. Obviously you need to inspect it yourself. Who is Su Jingming? Is he the principal's son? Tan Mingyang quickly rejected his idea. Even the principal's son might not be treated like this in front of Yang Yanwang. Junior Mingyang, are we still the same? That the remaining young man on the sofa looked over with a smile. Tan Mingyang came back to his senses, his expression perked up, and he clasped his fists and said, then I'll trouble Senior Lu. After saying that, the two walked to the fighting room on the first floor together. Except for recruiting disciples, other students who want to become Yang Jintian's disciples must show corresponding strength, and this Senior Lu was one of Yang Jintian's many students. As long as he can defeat Senior Lu who shows 1/10 of his strength, then he will be considered qualified, but in these 6 months, he has never succeeded. On the other side, under the leadership of Yang Jintian, Su Jingming came to the training room. This is a room of about 100 meters, with various weapons placed on the weapon racks next to it. Among them was the long spear that Su Jingming was familiar with. I have watched your martial arts college entrance examination video. Your actual combat ability is indeed very strong, and your marksmanship has reached an advanced level, but before that, I want to take a look at your S-level power, Zhixiao Divine Thunder. Yang Jintian looked at Su Jingming expectantly. S-level lightning power, Zhixiao Divine Thunder. A few days ago, he learned from Zhang Chaoyang that a student who had awakened the S-level lightning power chose the Magic City University of Power, and he had been waiting for Su Jingming's arrival. Unexpectedly, the other party waited until today to report to school. Faced with Yang Jintian's request, Su Jingming didn't hesitate at all and directly used his powers, crackling. Tsizi. Along with the dull sound of thunder and the sound of electric arc jumping, the purple sky divine thunder was summoned and lingered around Su Jingming. The moment the Zhixiao Divine Thunder appeared, the entire training room was filled with an inexplicable and majestic aura. This is the S-level power, Zhixiao Divine Thunder. Yang Jintian looked intoxicated at the blue-purple thunder surrounding Su Jingming. Although he also has thunder and lightning powers, he is even a 7th-level high-level power user. Any trace of thunder used at will has incredible power, but his A-level superpower, wind, fire and true thunder, cannot have such an aura under any circumstances. This is a gap that comes from the origin of the superpower, and cannot be made up by level. After taking several deep breaths, Yang Jintian's excited mood gradually calmed down. He looked at Su Jingming with a serious expression. Su Jingming, I also know the purpose of your coming. With your abilities and potential, there is no problem in becoming my disciple, but one thing I have to explain in advance is that I was walking outside. Although he made some friends, he also made many enemies. If you become my disciple and graduate in the future, you will also be affected by this aspect. Enemies may even attack you, but are you still willing? Students are willing. Su Jingming did not hesitate at all and performed the apprenticeship ceremony with a respectful expression. Joke, the rise of any high-level superpower is not accompanied by a bloody storm. A person with superpowers like Yang Jintian who is famous for killing has killed countless ferocious beasts and enemies. If you are not willing to take even this risk, in the entire Magic City Superpower University, I'm afraid they can't find any suitable teacher. Okay, from today on, you will be my 32nd disciple. Yang Jintian said good luck 3 times in a row, and he was a little excited. It took several years for an S-level awakened person to appear in the entire Daxia Kingdom. Over the past 20 years, he has recruited more than 30 disciples, some of whom have A-level lightning systems and some with B-level lightning systems. There are even C-level lightning type powers, but Su Jingming is the first to have an S-level lightning power. Most of your senior brothers and sisters have graduated, and only 3 of them are still in school. Lu Ming, who was downstairs just now, is one of your senior brothers. I will introduce the other 2 senior brothers and sisters to you one by one when I am free next time. After saying that, the ring on Yang Jintian's right hand shimmered, 2 secret books immediately appeared in his hands and were handed over. This is a top-notch supernatural training method and a bodybuilding combat skill created for the master. Su Jingming took over 2 secret books. The superpower training method is called Extreme Superpower Training Method, and the other combat skills book is called Thunder's Immortal Body. Combat skills are divided into different categories, including body skills and sword skills. For example, Su Jingming's Lightning Wind Break is a marksmanship-type combat skill. The bodybuilding combat skills are different from ordinary combat skills and are mainly used to enhance the body, compared with ordinary combat skills. They are much rarer. Chapter 43 Promotion. First Level Superpower. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Needless to say, the superpower training method is one of the only 3 top superpower training methods in the school. As for the other body-forging combat skill Thunder Immortal Body, it is the result of my lifelong efforts. After double recognition by Thunder Martial Arts School and Baoxiong Martial Arts School, it is rated S level. Yang Jintian spoke slowly, but Su Jingming was shocked when he heard this S-level combat skills. Those with 7th level superpowers are also called masters, because the superpowers at this level have an extremely in-depth understanding of superpowers and martial arts. Be qualified to create your own superpower training methods or combat skills. Combat skills also have ratings, which are the same as ability ratings. They are divided into 9 levels: F, E, D, C, B, A, S, SS, and SSS. The higher the level, the more powerful the combat skills will be. Of course, correspondingly, the difficulty of practice becomes higher. Most 7th level masters are very good at creating A-level combat skills. S-level and above SS and SSS level combat skills are all created by 8th level Grand Masters or 9th level Martial Saints. And Yang Jintian, who was only at the 7th level, had created S-level combat skills, and among the many types of combat skills, it is the most complex bodybuilding combat skill involving the mysteries of the human body. I have to say that Yang Jintian's martial arts talent is simply terrifying. The Thunder Immortal Body is only suitable for the practice of lightning-type superpowers, and there are 13 levels in total. Every time you advance, your body will undergo corresponding transformation, but even I have only reached the 10th level of cultivation now. The final 3 levels have not yet been verified, but according to my speculation, when you finally reach the full level, your body will be able to achieve eternity in a true sense. Yang Jintian's eyes glowed. The immortal body of thunder condenses all his understanding of martial arts and thunder and lightning abilities. If he is unable to climb to the peak of martial saint in the future, then Su Jingming is his best hope to verify this technique. In addition, the lightning immortal body requires a superpower level to be practiced. During this period, you should first use the extreme superpower training method to advance. After you advance, I will help you shape the foundation of Thunder's immortal body. Yang Jintian pondered for a moment and then said, in addition, you also need to practice boxing. Practice boxing? This was something Su Jingming didn't expect. Of course, once you practice the Thunder Immortal Body, your physique will be greatly enhanced. Combined with close combat skills and lightning abilities, your combat effectiveness will be greatly improved. If one day your weapon is destroyed while fighting a ferocious beast, and without your weapon, do you have to turn around and run for your life? Yang Jintian talked eloquently and gave a real-life example. Back then, I fought with the 8th level ferocious beast, the earth-shaking demonic python. Until the 2nd day, my long gun made of SSS-grade alloy has been directly shattered due to a long period of super strong load. Even my lightning power was almost drained. On the last day, I relied on my body and boxing skills to achieve the final kill. Yang Jintian's tone was calm, but Su Jingming could imagine the brutality of that battle. At the same time, he nodded thoughtfully. Indeed, there is no harm in learning more fighting methods. Of course, I will also give you the marksmanship skills at the same time. After you reach a certain level of proficiency in boxing and spear skills, I will also teach you how to use swords and long swords. Yang Jintian said immediately. Teacher, can I ask, what level of proficiency do you have in these skills? Su Jingming was a little curious. Boxing skills and spear skills are both at the master level. As for other sword skills and sword skills, they are slightly worse and are only at the master level. Yang Jintian's tone was very calm, but Su Jingming couldn't help but his heart skipped a beat when he heard the words. Skill proficiency is divided into 6 levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced, master, grandmaster and perfection. For ordinary superpowers, it would take decades just to improve the skill of using a certain weapon to an advanced level. Master level, you may not be able to achieve it in a lifetime. As for the higher master and perfection, it is a realm of mystery, and Yang Jintian not only reached the master level in boxing and spear skills, but also reached the master level in other weapon usage skills. I turned to other weapons because I couldn't improve my boxing and marksmanship skills. As for you, it's still early. Seeing that Su Jingming seemed a little frightened, Yang Jintian couldn't help laughing. In college, you only need to specialize in boxing and marksmanship. The learning of combat skills also mainly focuses on these 2 aspects. Remember to bite off more than you can chew. Teacher, I understand. Su Jingming nodded. Although there is a system ranking, improving the proficiency of weapon skills only requires investing ability points, but soldiers are not more expensive than but more valuable than finesse. In the case of limited power points, it is obviously better to specialize in a certain weapon. Just follow what the teacher said and focus on boxing and marksmanship first. Su Jingming said silently in his heart. Then Yang Jintian gave him a list, which recorded the names of the combat skills that Su Jingming needed to learn next. Just go to the library to find combat skill secrets and learn them. This made Su Jingming sigh secretly. Sure enough, it is better to have a mentor to guide you, otherwise, it would be impossible to work out such a detailed learning route just by yourself. More than 10 minutes later, Su Jingming walked out of the villa with a full harvest. However, he met Tan Mingyang at the door, who had also just left the villa. It's just that there is no longer the smile on his face like before, and there is only bitterness on his face. It seems that the apprenticeship failed this time. When Su Jingming saw this, he did not hesitate to ask about the result. He simply said hello and prepared to leave. Senior Tan, I'm leaving. Wait a minute, what was the result of your apprenticeship? Was it successful? Tan Mingyang asked as if grasping at straws. However, instead of saying the answer he wanted, Su Jingming nodded. Really successful? Tan Mingyang almost stared out of his eyes. Dean-level mentors generally do not accept apprentices before the freshman competition. What's going on now? Is he really the principal's son? But he doesn't look like him. On the other side, Su Jingming returned to the villa and went straight to the training room on the 2nd floor. The room configurations on the upper and lower floors of the student villa are exactly the same. In addition to the training room and bedroom, there is also a shower room, a video room, a study room, and his favorite open-air balcony. Compared with teacher Yang Jintian's training room, this training room is slightly smaller, only about 80 square meters, but there is nothing wrong with using it for some regular training. Su Jingming sat cross-legged on the ground, opened Extreme Power Training Method and started reading. Compared with the Intermediate Abyssal Power Training Method, this top Extreme Power Training Method is obviously much more profound. It took Su Jingming more than 4 hours to read the entire book. Then he closed his eyes slightly and began to sense the special energy that exists between heaven and earth according to the method recorded in the Extreme Power Training Method. After a while, many white light spots appeared within his sensing range, densely packed and vast. That is the special energy called Yuannang. Only by absorbing it into the body can the supernatural power be transformed. It is indeed a top-notch superpower training method. The energy it senses is much more than the intermediate superpower training method. Su Jingming looked happy and immediately opened his eyes. Since the top superpower training method can sense Yuan energy, it proves that there is no problem with his cultivation. There is no need to practice step by step, just add some points to advance. Dark blue. With a low cry in his heart, the light blue system panel immediately appeared in his mind. Name, Su Jingming, level, awakener, plus, superpower, purple sky divine thunder, S. Physique, 186 chi and blood, plus, spirit, 187 Hz, plus, PowerPoints, 2534. Add a bit. Su Jingming clicked the plus sign behind the level without hesitation. Next moment, the energy in the surrounding air was injected into Su Jingming's body at an extremely terrifying speed, and it automatically operates according to the practice method recorded in the extreme power training method, continuously enhancing his power, body and spirit. It wasn't until a certain limit was exceeded that it slowly stopped. Level, awakened first level low-level superpower. Phew, a breakthrough. Su Jingming clenched his fist slightly and could feel that the power contained in his body was several times greater than before. What's more, the abilities have also been enhanced. Purple Sky Divine Thunder. There was a low shout, and accompanied by the harsh sound of electric arcs, blue-purple thunder appeared around Su Jingming. Compared with before the promotion, the Zixiao Divine Thunder is obviously thicker and darker, and the color is darker. If I encounter that second-level bloodthirsty violent bear again, I'm afraid I can kill it with my thunder without using my gun. Looking at the blue-purple thunder dancing on his fingertips, Su Jingming nodded with satisfaction. After being promoted successfully, he finally took the first step towards reaching the pinnacle of superpowers. Chapter 44, Prepare to Exchange. SS-Level Resources. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Su Jingming probably tested his strength in the training room. From an awakened person to a superpower, his strength has almost increased 4 to 5 times. Then he opened his system panel. Name, Su Jingming, level, first level lower level, plus, superpower, Purple Sky Divine Thunder, S, physique, 283 chi and blood, plus, spirit, 289 Hz, plus, skills, marksmanship, advanced plus, lightning burst, advanced plus, PowerPoints, 2234. It only cost me 300 PowerPoints to advance to the first level. The consumption of PowerPoints is not too much, but the improvement of basic attributes is somewhat beyond my expectations. Su Jingming couldn't help but sigh. If he uses the abyssal power training method to achieve a breakthrough, his blood and energy will only increase by 30 or 40 points at most, but after using the top superpower training method, his 2 basic attributes almost improved by more than 100 points. This is undoubtedly a world of difference. No wonder all the superpowers want more advanced superpower training methods. The gap is really too big. Su Jingming couldn't help but shook his head. At the same time, he was also very lucky that after getting the abyssal power training method, he was not in a hurry to upgrade. There are still many PowerPoints left, but the level cannot be improved for the time being. Su Jingming said silently in his heart. On the one hand, ability points are needed to learn combat skills later. On the other hand, he also needs to adapt to the strength after promotion, and then make further improvements after fully adapting. Then let's take a look at this S-level bodyforging combat skill. Su Jingming opened the secret book of the immortal body of thunder and read it in detail. As a 7th-level superpower, Yang Jintian has an extremely deep understanding of martial arts and thunder and lightning superpowers. And all of his understandings were integrated into this bodyforging combat skill. Therefore, Su Jingming, who was new to this secret book, quickly became immersed in it. It is indeed an S-level combat skill. It is indeed exquisite. 2 hours later, Su Jingming closed the secret book without finishing it. Thunder's immortal body has a total of 13 levels, but he can only understand the first 3 levels so far. But even the first 3 levels of content opened up a whole new world for him. General bodybuilding combat skills require the use of different methods to strengthen the body. After being tempered for many times, the body will gradually become stronger. But this bodyforging combat skill has one more step than ordinary bodyforging combat skills: casting the foundation. The first stage of the Thunder immortal body requires the blood of thunder beasts to forge the foundation of the immortal body. After that, he uses his own lightning power to torture his body. The final strength of the immortal thunder body is closely related to the blood of the thunder beast used to forge the foundation. If the foundation laid by high-level ferocious beasts is used, then the subsequent physical strength will become stronger and stronger. If the blood of low-level ferocious beasts, or even ordinary ferocious beasts, is used, the physical strength will be further reduced. The blood of the thunder beast is a bit troublesome. Su Jingming touched his chin. In Blue Star, low-level beasts only rely on their bodies to fight, high-level ferocious beasts are like superpowers, mastering all kinds of incredible abilities. For example, the famous Silver Moon nine-tailed fox has the charm ability similar to that of a spiritual superpower. If you fail to react in time, you will die. Thunder beasts, like those with lightning powers, control the power of thunder. It's just that such ferocious beasts are at least level 4. Su Jingming alone would definitely not be able to obtain the blood of such a ferocious beast at present. Fortunately, he has a mentor. The teacher said this afternoon that I will go to him to cast the foundation when I advance to the level of superpower. Then I will go directly to him tomorrow. Early the next morning, after washing up, Su Jingming found teacher Yang Jintian again. When he learned that Su Jingming had been promoted, Yang Jintian was slightly surprised. So fast, but even for these geniuses, it took a lot of time to transform from awakened beings into superpowers, but it has been less than 24 hours since Su Jingming got the secret book yesterday and it has been fully calculated. He was successfully promoted. Maybe it's because of accumulated experience. Su Jingming smiled modestly. Okay, since you have successfully advanced, today I will forge the foundation of the immortal body of thunder for you. When Yang Jintian heard this, he didn't think too deeply about it. He nodded and continued. The immortal body foundation I prepared for you is the essence and blood of the 7th level high-level thunder-type ferocious beast Storm Bear. Yang Jintian's ring shimmered slightly, and a transparent glass bottle appeared out of thin air in his hand. The glass bottle has a capacity of about 800 milliliters. The bright red blood inside is rippling slightly, and there seems to be a faint flash of silvery white lightning. High-level thunder beasts are extremely rare. Over the years, the highest level thunder beast I have killed is this giant storm bear. There is more advanced 8th level thunder beast blood in the school resource bank, but unfortunately it is an SS level resource. Even if you are your teacher, I cannot exchange it easily. Yang Jintian was a little helpless. Although he is the dean of the Weapons Academy, he cannot use the school's resources at will. However, the school will also issue them a large amount of points similar to credits every year, which can be used to redeem resources. But as a 7th level high-level superpower user, his own training expenses are also very high. The points on hand have been spent long ago, and there is no way to exchange the balance in the account for SS level resources. Certainly, the essence and blood of the 7th level storm bear is already very rare. It is a high-quality S-level resource and is more than enough to build a foundation, but he felt that Su Jingming was an S-level awakened person, so he subconsciously wanted to use better blood essence. By the way, I heard Zhang Chaoyang say before that you can receive an S-level resource every year. Yang Jintian's eyes suddenly lit up and he asked. Although Su Jingming was a little confused, he still nodded. Very good. With your S-level resources, plus the storm bear essence and blood in my hand, you might be able to redeem those S-level resources. Jingming, are there any other uses for your S-level resources? Just let the teacher handle it. Su Jingming shook his head. Joke, even if that S-level resource has other uses, others have come up with high-quality S-level resources. Moreover, the SS-level resources obtained in exchange are still used on oneself. If you still refuse, you would be a fool. Okay, then you just wait for me here and I'll come as soon as I go. There was a flash of lightning, and before Su Jingming could even react, Yang Jintian's figure disappeared from the spot. This movement technique feels almost like teleportation. Su Jingming admired in his heart, but he also knew that this was just an illusion caused by the opponent moving too fast. Classmate Su, the dean will be back soon. Let's eat some fruit first. Not long after Yang Jintian left, the housekeeper who opened the door yesterday came up with a plate of fruit. Thank you, uncle. Su Jingming politely thanked him. This Uncle Fu was not only the housekeeper of the villa, but also had a close relationship with teacher Yang Jintian. This is what I heard from the teacher in the training room yesterday. The opponent's strength is also extremely strong, and he is a 6th level mid-level superpower user. Therefore, he was a little cautious when facing this housekeeper. Chapter 45 Thunder Tyrannosaurus Essence and Blood. Foundation building is successful. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Su Jingming stayed in the villa for more than half an hour, Yang Jintian finally came back. With a flash of lightning, Yang Jintian's figure appeared in the living room of the villa. Teacher. Su Jingming stood up quickly. SS-level resources have been redeemed. Let's go to the training room. Yang Jintian looked a little excited and couldn't wait to bring Su Jingming to the training room on the second floor. It took a little effort to redeem SS-level resources this time. Originally, the resources department was not willing for me to exchange 2 S-level resources for SS-level resources. Fortunately, I called the principal and agreed to exchange it. Yang Jintian turned his right hand, and another glass bottle containing blood essence appeared in his hand. However, unlike the previous blood essence, the blood inside was actually a strange silvery white color. There are even traces of electric arcs and a violent aura lingering in it. This is the SS-level resource, the blood essence and blood of the 8th level low-level thunder Tyrannosaurus. Looking at the bottle of blood essence in his hand, Yang Jintian was slightly emotional. Dragon-type ferocious beasts are the most difficult to mess with among all ferocious beast groups. He could cross over and kill the 8th level earth-shaking demonic python, but he could not kill any lower-level 8th level dragon-like ferocious beast, and such a bottle of blood essence is of great use even to him. Certainly, that if it weren't for being too precious, the school wouldn't classify it as an SS-level resource. Su Jingming saw this scene in his eyes, and at the same time silently remembered the kindness of the teacher and principal in his heart. The kindness of a drop of water should be repaid by a spring of water, not to mention such a precious SS-level resource. When he becomes stronger, all these kindnesses will be repaid many times over. Take off your coat and sit down cross-legged. Su Jingming followed Yang Jintian's instructions and took off his shirt, exposing the strong muscles of his upper body, and then sat down cross-legged. Next moment, he felt a slight icy sensation on his back, and at the same time a slight tingling sensation came from his back. Although the tingling sensation was weak, it seemed to penetrate deep into his bones, causing him to frown slightly. The essence and blood of the thunder Tyrannosaurus is naturally nothing to a high-level superpower like me. But for a low-level superpower like you, it is nothing less than a poisonous thing. Even skin contact can cause a stinging sensation. Yang Jintian behind him explained while smearing the blood from the glass bottle in his hand onto Su Jingming's back. At this time, his eyes were filled with blue and white thunder. After more than 10 minutes, all the blood in the glass bottle was consumed. Su Jingming's back was also covered in blood, turning a silvery white color. Next, I will use my wind, fire and true thunder to create the foundation of your immortal body. In fact, the shaping of the foundation, in the final analysis, is to melt the blood of the thunder beast into your own blood. Only in this way can we obtain a body that is comparable to or even stronger than a ferocious beast. But how much essence and blood you can absorb in the end depends entirely on you. Yang Jintian took a deep breath and then roared, wind, fire and thunder, crackling. A red thunderbolt that was countless times more powerful than Su Jingming's purple sky divine thunder shot out from Yang Jintian. The sound of thunder filled the air, and the temperature of the entire training room seemed to rise sharply due to the appearance of thunder. The whole shaping process will last about 4 or 5 days. It will be a bit painful, so bear with it. The most important thing is not to lose consciousness, otherwise the absorption efficiency of blood essence will be greatly reduced. As soon as the words fell, all the crimson thunder swarmed up and completely submerged Su Jingming. If any of these thunderbolts accidentally hit Su Jingming, he would be wiped out on the spot. However, with the ability of a 7th-level high-level superpower user to control superpowers, this kind of thing is naturally impossible to happen. The power of the wind and fire true thunder was controlled by Yang Jintian within the range that Su Jingming could bear, and poured in from Su Jingming's back. Threads of thunder carried the essence and blood of the thunder Tyrannosaurus and shuttled through Su Jingming's body, constantly transforming his blood vessels, meridians, and even bones. But this series of actions, to Su Jingming himself, was like being bitten by thousands of ants, hurting to the bone. Fortunately, he didn't faint on the spot. He just gritted his teeth and endured it silently. 5 days later, in Villa number 23. Uncle Fu, is this already the 5th day? It's not over yet, teacher. This is the 3rd time he has come here in the past few days, but every time he came here, the answer he got from the butler Fu Bo was that Yang Jintian was still shaping the foundation of Su Jingming's immortal body. It's not over yet. The dean is using the essence and blood of the 8th level ferocious beast this time to build the foundation for classmate Su. It consumes more energy and takes longer. Butler Fu Bo replied, although Yang Jintian can't get away at the moment, basic communication is still possible, therefore, he could know what happened and that the blood essence of the 8th level ferocious beast was used for Su Jingming. The essence and blood of the 8th level ferocious beast Thunder Tyrannosaurus. Lu Ming knew the news when he came here last time. It is impossible to say that I am not envious of this at all. After all, they are also Yang Jintian's disciples. When he was creating the foundation of his immortal body, he only used the essence and blood of a 7th level low-level thunder beast, but after learning that Su Jingming had S-level powers, he was relieved. Those with awakened S-level abilities are indeed worthy of the teacher's painstaking efforts in cultivating them. With the blood essence and blood of an 8th level dragon beast, combined with the S-level lightning power, I am somewhat looking forward to junior brother Su's indestructible form of lightning. As an S-level body-forging combat skill, the power of Thunder's immortal body is not static, on the contrary, it is closely related to the essence and blood used in shaping the foundation, as well as the lightning power of the superpower itself. The 8th level ferocious beast essence and blood, combined with S-level abilities, is obviously a very explosive combination. Roar! At this moment, a roar like a dragon-like beast suddenly exploded in the villa. This voice was full of majesty and violence. Just by hearing it, it was like seeing a powerful and violent dragon-like beast. Junior Brothers Foundation has been successfully formed. Lu Ming's eyes lit up. With a flash of lightning, he directly used his physical combat skills and jumped up to the 2nd floor. When he came to the training room on the 2nd floor, the first thing he felt was a sense of threat like a top ferocious beast. This sense of threat actually made him, a peak 3rd level superpower user, feel a little frightened. Immediately afterwards, he saw the source of this threatening feeling. I saw Su Jingming standing tall and straight in the center of the training room. However, unlike the humble and polite person he was when they last met, Su Jingming now exuded an aura of violence. His originally clear and lively eyes became as scarlet as blood, and his naked upper body had veins pulsing on his well-proportioned and powerful muscles. It seems to be influenced by the owner. The terrifying blue-purple thunder that lingered around him also fell into a violent state. Flashing and jumping constantly, the entire training room was flickering with the thunder beating around Su Jingming. Chapter 46 Perfect Fit. The vitality and blood increased sharply again. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Perfect. So perfect. Facing this scene, Yang Jintian in front of Su Jingming looked excited. 98%. Jingming's blood essence absorption rate has actually reached 98%. 98%. So high. Lu Ming, who was standing at the door of the training room, couldn't help but feel his heart skip a beat when he heard this. The formation of the foundation of the Thunder immortal body requires absorbing the essence and blood of the Thunder and Lightning beasts, but after all, it is the essence and blood of ferocious beasts. Even if the teacher's wind, fire and true thunder assist the whole process, the absorption efficiency cannot reach 100%. Generally speaking, an absorption rate of 90% is already a very good rate. As far as he knew, among the teacher's more than 20 disciples who had cultivated the Thunder immortal body, the highest absorption efficiency was only 92%, and his own absorption efficiency back then was not even 90%, only 87%. Now, Su Jingming has reached a record-breaking 98% blood essence absorption efficiency, which shows that the beast's essence and blood are extremely suitable for him. Su Jingming didn't know what the others were thinking, but the moment the foundation of Thunder's immortal body was successfully formed, he felt endless bloodthirsty and violent negative emotions bursting out from deep inside his heart. Develop an urge to destroy everything around you. At this moment, the deep voice belonging to Yang Jintian rang in his ears. Jingming, wake up! The voice was as loud and upright as spring thunder, and it immediately washed away all the negative emotions in Su Jingming's heart. Teacher, what happened to me just now? Su Jingming's eyes gradually returned to clarity and his expression was confused. This kind of emotional out-of-control situation has never happened before practicing the Thunder immortal body. It must have been the blood essence and blood of the thunder Tyrannosaurus that affected your mind just now. Yang Jintian frowned slightly. Thunder Tyrannosaurus is also notoriously violent among the ferocious beasts. You absorbed its essence and blood, and achieved an astonishing 98% absorption efficiency. Maybe it's because the fit is too high that there are such side effects. Prior to this, disciples who practiced the immortal body of thunder would be more or less affected by the bloodline of some ferocious beasts, but no one has ever changed as obviously as Su Jingming. But you don't have to worry too much. As long as your mood doesn't fluctuate violently, it won't trigger these negative emotions. In addition, as your strength increases, these side effects will gradually disappear. Yang Jintian added, these have been verified by himself and other disciples. That's good. Su Jingming breathed a sigh of relief, and he could feel that his body had undergone unprecedented transformation. Even if there are some side effects, it will not have much impact. Subconsciously, Su Jingming opened his system panel. Name, Su Jingming, level, first level lower level, plus, superpower, purple sky divine thunder, S, physique, 391 chi and blood, plus, spirit, 289 Hz, plus, skills, marksmanship, advanced plus, lightning burst, advanced plus, body training, thunder immortal body, first level plus, power points, 2234. The energy and blood increased by more than 100 points. Su Jingming's eyes brightened slightly. For those with special abilities, in addition to the increase in health value when they advance, normal physical training can only improve 2 or 3 points of energy and blood, but after being promoted a few days ago, he had gained more than 100 points of chi and blood, and his chi and blood value suddenly increased by 100 points again. Of course, the blood value is only one of the digital expressions of physical strength. As for other physical defenses and wound recovery speed, they cannot be seen from chi and blood. However, he had a feeling, in his current state, he might be able to fight head-on with a second-level ferocious beast just by relying on his physical strength, without using any combat skills or powers. In addition, he also noticed that a new column for body training was added to the system panel. It seems that in the future, power points can also be used to directly increase the strength of the body. Su Jingming was secretly happy. At this time, Lu Ming also walked up from the door and congratulated with a smile. This is your senior brother Lu Ming, whom you saw last time I came here. Yang Jintian introduced it in due course. Hello, senior brother Lu. Su Jingming put on his coat and shouted respectfully. Last time I saw you, junior brother was not the teacher's student, but this meeting is different, but I didn't prepare anything. What's your student number? I'll transfer some credits to you as a greeting gift to my senior brother. Lu Ming has a gentle personality and wanted to give him a greeting gift on the spot. Su Jingming saw that Yang Jintian on the side did not stop him, but nodded slightly, so he told the other party his student number. After a while, his phone received a reminder that 200 credits were added to his student account. So much? Looking at the text message notification on his phone, Su Jingming was slightly stunned. 200 credits, which is 2 million daxia coins. Is it just a meeting gift, so valuable? It's only 200 credits, which is not much for you, senior brother Lu. Yang Jintian on the side said with a smile, senior brother, you just need to take more care of your junior brother. When you have a junior brother and sister, you must also prepare a meeting gift. Students understand. Su Jingming nodded to express his understanding. The foundation is successfully formed. If you don't eat or drink for 5 days, you will be tired. Go back and rest first. Come back tomorrow morning and learn boxing and marksmanship with your senior brother Lu. Yang Jintian then waved his hand, with a hint of fatigue between his brows. Not eating or drinking for 5 days was nothing to a 7th-level superpower like him, but 5 consecutive days of extremely precise manipulation of superpowers to transform Su Jingming's body was extremely energy-consuming. Let Su Jingming go back and rest. In fact, he needs rest more. Su Jingming naturally noticed this, so he left the villa without further interruption. After respectfully bidding farewell, he left the villa. On June 22nd, I didn't expect that it took almost 5 days and 5 nights to build the foundation. Outside the villa, Su Jingming looked at the date on his phone and couldn't help but feel a little emotional. For these 5 days and nights, he had been suffering from inhuman pain and needed to stay conscious at all times. Fortunately, he survived it all and finally achieved a 98% blood essence absorption rate, a near-perfect fit. It's still early, just in time to go to the martial arts gym to test my physical strength after shaping my immortal body. The blood essence and blood of the Thunder Tyrannosaurus at the lower level of the 8th level is an SS-level resource. With Yang Jintian's help, most of this essence and blood was integrated into Su Jingming's body and became a part of him. The amazing energy contained in the essence and blood prevented Su Jingming, who had not eaten anything for 5 consecutive days, from feeling hungry. On the contrary, he is energetic, so he couldn't wait to verify how much his strength had increased after having the immortal thunder. Chapter 47 Chatty Roommate. Girl outside the dormitory. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Every student dormitory in Magic University is equipped with a training room. However, this training room is not big, and there are no testing instruments such as boxing strength testers, so you can only do daily training. If you want to accurately know your own abilities, the power of your combat skills, and even the speed and power of your punches, you need to go to a martial arts gym. There are 2 martial arts gyms on the campus of the Magic City Superpower University. They are the most famous Thunder Martial Arts Gym and the Violent Bear Martial Arts Gym in Daxia Kingdom. When he was in Jiangcheng, Su Jingming often went to Thunder Martial Arts School. This time he was also planning to go to the Thunder Martial Arts School to test his strength, but just as he was walking there, he vaguely smelled a faint odor. Only then did Su Jingming discover that due to the creation of Thunder's immortal body, a lot of impurities were discharged from the body and attached to the skin. Forget it, let's go back to the dormitory and take a shower before going to the martial arts gym. Su Jingming didn't want to be a source of odor pollution, so he changed his steps and walked towards the student dormitory. As he got closer to the student dormitory, Su Jingming saw more people along the way. This phenomenon became even more obvious when he stepped into the Xincheng Villa area. There were many male and female students walking on the road that had been deserted before. Some men and women hook up together, but most of them are a few male classmates or a few female classmates. They looked about the same age as Su Jingming, around 18 or 19 years old. Many students were looking around curiously like curious babies, and there were even students who were accompanied by their parents and dragged their suitcases. Are these new students? Only then did Su Jingming remember that 6 days had passed since he reported to the Demon City University of Superpowers. At this time, the application form for the Martial Arts College entrance examination has been completed, and the admission notices have been sent to all students. But I'm afraid only top universities like Magic City University of Supernatural Power will have so many freshmen choosing to enroll early. Students who can get into the Magic City University of Supernatural Powers are considered geniuses in the province and city. Naturally, we understand the principle of quick step and quick step. Register in advance and be the first to enjoy the high-quality educational resources, facilities and equipment of Magic University. Naturally, they would not be stupid enough to wait until September to report. Su Jingming's villa is located in number 32, District 3, Student Dormitory. When he walked to the door of the villa, he found that the door he had closed before leaving was wide open. It seems that one of my roommates has arrived. Su Jingming walked into the villa with a smile. Sure enough, I saw a boy sitting on the sofa in the living room on the first floor, using artificial intelligence EVA to query information. When he noticed someone entering the villa, the boy turned his head. He hurriedly stood up from the sofa, ran to Su Jingming, and stretched out his right hand generously. You should be my roommate. Hello, I'm Lu Wentao. Nice to meet you. Lu Wentao looks handsome, with slightly dark skin and short bangs. There is a smile on the corner of the mouth at this time, and the first impression given to people is that of sunshine and cheerfulness. Su Jingming. Su Jingming also smiled and shook hands with Lu Wentao. Su Jingming. You are the provincial champion of Jiangnan province. After Lu Wentao heard Su Jingming's name, he let out a low reflex. Do you know me? Su Jingming looked at him doubtfully. This must be the first time the two of them have met. Of course. My nickname is Know-It-All. Lu Wentao puffed up his chest proudly. I know the information about most of the freshmen in our class. However, I didn't collect your information on purpose. It was simply because you made so much noise at that time. After all, you are the biggest dark horse in Jiangnan province this year. Lu Wentao chuckled. He is naturally sensitive to information. After seeing Su Jingming's information on the internet, he silently recorded it in his mind. However, after there was no news related to Su Jingming on the internet for a period of time, he stopped paying attention. Unexpectedly, the other party also applied for the University of Magic City and became roommates with him. By the way, are you really from the poor Jiangqing in Jiangnan province? Instead of living in other economically developed cities, you just took the college entrance examination in Jiangqing? Also, were you really an awakened person during the college entrance examination? And it doesn't look like your powers are only E level. Lu Wentao is very familiar with him. He and Su Jingming started hooking up just after they met him, and like a barrage of questions, he sent out a series of questions. Su Jingming not only didn't mind this, but had a smile on his lips. In his previous life, he was born in an orphanage, but after entering junior high school, he needs to leave the orphanage and live alone. At that time, what he hated most every day was coming home from school. Since he was the only one at home, he could only turn on the TV and pretend that someone was with him. It got a little better after I entered high school and could live on campus, but I was still lonely on weekends. He preferred the lively feeling, so he studied hard and got into college. Making jokes and playing black games with his roommates every day was his happiest time. But 4 years later, he will face the end of being alone again, so with his efforts, he was admitted to the master's degree program again and had several roommates again. Later, I was admitted to the doctoral program and gained a lively group of senior brothers and sisters. Still later, he drank a little too much at the graduation dinner for his doctoral students. When I woke up, I traveled to this world. And the tragedy is that he is also an orphan. Although his sister-in-law occasionally comes to see him, loneliness is still his main theme. Therefore, whether in his previous life or in this life, Su Jingming is resistant to loneliness. When he saw Lu Wentao's appearance as a talkative player, he actually liked it better. So, Su Jingming sat on the sofa and chatted with Lu Wentao. During the chat, Su Jingming also learned that Lu Wentao came from Sichuan province, which is known as the land of abundance. He possesses A-level spiritual powers and a first-level average strength. This time, his martial arts college entrance examination results were among the top 20 in Sichuan province. When I applied for the Magic City Superpower University, I also came here for the Tactics Academy among the 5 major academies. In his words, in the future he will command an army of millions to kill all the ferocious beasts on the Blue Star. When Lu Wentao learned that Su Jingming was really just an awakened person during the college entrance examination, he couldn't help but marvel. Okay, no more talking, I'm going to the martial arts gym later. After chatting for a while, Su Jingming stood up from the sofa when it was almost time. Martial arts gym? I want to go too. Lu Wentao was equally excited. I haven't been to a martial arts gym with powerful powers in the Magic City yet. Su Jingming nodded and walked straight to the second floor. More than 10 minutes later, Su Jingming, who was feeling refreshed, changed into clean clothes and walked out of the villa with Lu Wentao. It is now past 11 o'clock in the morning, the sun is shining brightly outside, and there are many new students walking on the road. Su Jingming and Lu Wentao walked toward the exit of the dormitory area together. As usual, Su Jingming walked straight and looked straight, but Lu Wentao next to him was looking around, his eyes wandering on the new students on the road. Occasionally, he would linger on some beautiful female classmates for a while, showing a slightly lewd smile. Ming, look over there. There is a beautiful woman there. After walking for a while, Lu Wentao's eyes suddenly lit up and he excitedly slapped Su Jingming on the shoulder. Su Jingming subconsciously followed Lu Wentao's gaze. I saw 2 girls walking out of the villa side by side more than 10 meters away in front of me. The 2 girls are about the same height, both about 1.67 meters. The one on the left is slightly shorter and looks pretty good, but not up to the stunning standard, but the other girl is different. She has a delicate appearance, willow eyebrows and a cherry mouth, which is truly stunning. The skin is extremely white, as pink as a baby. What is even more eye-catching is her figure. She is wearing a simple white t-shirt, but her breasts are proudly full. Under her body is a pair of light blue tight jeans, which outlines the leg curves that are both slender and full. Chapter 48 Peak Punch Power. Record breaking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. How's it going? Not bad, Lu Wentao asked with a smile. It's really good. Su Jingming did not deny this, whether it is figure or appearance, this girl is much better than the internet celebrities who were caught in the beauty camera in her previous life. But aren't you known as a know-it-all? Do you know who she is? Su Jingming made a joke about Lu Wentao's nickname of know-it-all, but he didn't expect him to say it out loud. Unexpectedly, Lu Wentao puffed up his chest again and said proudly. Of course I know, her name is Song Qiuyun, she is a first-level high-ranking person, and she has A-level natural light-type abilities. Oh, that's good. Su Jingming was a little surprised, it seems that Lu Wentao's self-proclaimed know-it-all nickname is not all bragging. Of course, Song Qiuyun is from our Sichuan province, this year's college entrance examination total score is more than 9,000 points, and he is the provincial champion in our Sichuan province. Lu Wentao replied with a playful smile, in fact, long before the martial arts college entrance examination, Song Qiuyun relied on her proud appearance and figure as well as her strong strength, it is quite famous in Rongcheng, the capital of Sichuan province. On the other side, Song Qiuyun, who was walking with her friends, suddenly stopped in her tracks. Her A-level natural light ability is called Dawn Light, which not only brings her good lethality, it also gave her a very keen sense of sensitivity. It was precisely because of this sense that she was able to avoid the area where dangerous beasts gathered in the martial arts college entrance examination room in advance. And just now, she seemed to feel the terrifying gaze from a ferocious beast. This kind of gaze does not seem to be malicious, but it is very oppressive. This gaze went as quickly as it came, however, Song Qiuyun was still very keen to discover the source of this line of sight, which came from the slightly tall figure not far ahead. How can it be possible for a human being to exude an aura similar to that of a ferocious beast? Song Qiuyun frowned slightly, confused. In the end, I can only blame it on my own misunderstanding. However, the tall figure of Su Jingming in front of her quietly left a weak impression in her heart. Thunder Martial Arts School in Jiangcheng serves millions of people throughout Jiangcheng. The Thunder Martial Arts School of the Magic University of Magic only needs to serve the more than 10,000 teachers and students of the Magic University. However, the scale of the Thunder Martial Arts School here is larger than that in Jiangcheng. Opposite the Thunder Martial Arts Hall is the Violent Bear Martial Arts Hall, which is also 6 or 7 stories high and crawls there like a giant beast. I have to say that the Magic City University of Supernatural Power has almost achieved the ultimate in the construction of such supporting facilities. With a sigh of admiration, Su Jingming and Lu Wentao walked into the Thunder Martial Arts Gym. The first floor of Thunder Martial Arts Hall is a wide hall with a reception desk at the front. There are also some sofas for resting around. At this time, people who have finished training are sitting on the sofas, drinking drinks, resting and chatting. Welcome to Thunder Martial Arts School, what do you two students need? A waitress in a short skirt greeted me warmly. We want to find a training room with a strength tester. Su Jingming replied, Thunder Martial Arts is only open to high school students free of charge. For college students, membership fees are still required. The membership fee is the same as that of Baoxiong Martial Arts School, 100,000 daxia coins per year. It's just that Magic City University of Supernatural Powers pays membership fees for students every year. Therefore, for them, the facilities in the martial arts gym are free to use. The training room is on the 3rd floor, please come with me. The staff showed a sweet smile and led the way, while Su Jingming and Lu Wentao followed behind. Thunder Martial Arts Hall will treat every guest with such enthusiasm, you can choose to accept or refuse. Because it was his first time to come to the Martial Arts Hall of Magic University, and he didn't know the layout, Su Jingming chose to let her lead the way. Ding dong, we've arrived on the 3rd floor. With a pleasant sound, the elevator door opened. What comes into view is a wide hall, some were on fire, some were 2 or 3 meters tall, and some even had their limbs transformed into some kind of animal, accompanied by all kinds of noisy noises. I finally perfected my sea-level combat skill Anode Flame. It doesn't matter if you practice it, you still can't break my metallized skin. You are all rubbish. When I triple my size, I can slap you all against the wall with one slap. These people seem to be training, and some of them knew each other, and they would argue with each other from time to time. This is the public training room in our hall, which can accommodate 300 people for training at the same time. The entire hall is also made of C-grade alloy doped with memory metal, so there is no need to worry about damage caused by superpowers or combat skills. Of course, if you find it too noisy, you can also choose a single training room. The staff explained. Su Jingming wasn't too surprised when he heard this. There is also a public training hall like this at the Thunder Martial Arts School in Jiangcheng. The atmosphere in the public training hall is better. After all, there are so many people around training, so I won't be lazy. Many people with poor self-control choose to train in public training halls. In addition, when a certain combat skill is successfully practiced, the cheers from the people around you will also make people feel a sense of accomplishment, but the downside is that your combat skills and training results will also be known to others. Okay, just stay here. Su Jingming originally planned to go to the private training room, but thinking that he had a roommate next to him, he chose to go to the public training room. Okay, please follow me. The staff led the two people to the hall. Those who can be admitted to the Magic City University of Superpowers are basically all superpowers. Therefore, while walking through the hall, from time to time you can feel the powerful energy fluctuations caused by other superpowers when testing their combat skills. Lu Wentao, who felt the floor shaking under his feet, couldn't help but complain. As a person with spiritual powers, he naturally couldn't make such a move. On the side, Su Jingming's attention was attracted by the 5 pillars erected in the center of the hall. On these 5 pillars, there are many names written densely, followed by a series of numbers. The 3 names at the front of each pillar are the largest, shining with golden light, and look extremely conspicuous. This is our boxing power challenge list. There are 5 lists in total, corresponding to levels 1 to 5 of superpowers. Do you too want to give it a try? If you enter the top 3,000 on the list, you will get a 50-point credit reward. The staff on the side explained with a smile. You can get rewards if you enter the first 3,000. Is it that simple? Lu Wentao on the side suddenly became interested. After all, the entire Magic City Superpower University only has more than 4,000 students. You only need to swipe your student ID on the pillar, and you can start the challenge. However, in the punch challenge, the use of superpowers and combat skills is not allowed, otherwise it will be a foul. Okay, Amin, wait for me here and I'll try. Lu Wentao nodded and walked directly into the center of the hall, then he swiped his student ID card on the sensor of the first pillar. Welcome, Lu Wentao, whose student number is 203701256, has started a boxing challenge. Please cheer for him. As if a switch was triggered, the high-pitched host's voice sounded throughout the hall. Subsequently, spotlights shone on Lu Wentao. Everyone in the hall was also attracted to their attention and looked here subconsciously. Hey, someone has started a boxing challenge. Judging from the aura, he is only at the middle level of the first level. He seems to be a new student. Hey, now it's fun to watch. In the hall, many seniors looked at the figure in the center with joy, but at this point, it's impossible to back down, so he took a deep breath, mobilized all his strength, and punched the target in front of him with all his strength. Bang! The target made a muffled sound and then shook violently back and forth. Lu Wentao slowly exhaled a breath. He was quite satisfied with this punch. There should be no problem if you get into the first 3,000. The punching power is 476 kilograms. Very good performance. The voice appeared again, first announcing the power of this blow in a high-pitched voice, and then said slightly lowly. But it's a pity that your boxing power is ranked after 100,000. 100,000 people later. Lu Wentao was shocked. Didn't the entire Magic City Superpower University only have more than 4,000 students? However, he quickly realized that this boxing power list not only counted current students, but also included students from previous years. The Magic City Superpower University has been established for hundreds of years and enrolls more than 1,000 students every year. Cumulatively, there are more than 100,000 students. What a scam! No wonder everyone is looking at me. It turns out they are just waiting to see a joke. Only then did Lu Wentao react, feeling that his cheeks were burning, and he quickly walked down in despair. After 100,000 people, it makes me laugh. I wasn't this low when I was a freshman. Looking at the little guy, his face is as red as a monkey's butt. It must be that the freshman didn't run away. The entire training hall also erupted in all kinds of happy discussions because of Lu Wentao's performance. Ming, do you want to go up and try? You must be better than me up there. Lu Wentao, who couldn't stand the discussion, quickly encouraged Su Jingming, who was standing beside him. It's better for two people to be embarrassed than for one person to be embarrassed, right? Su Jingming did not refuse when he heard this. The purpose of his coming here was to test his physical strength, and boxing strength is also a part of physical strength. Besides, he also wanted to see it, with his current strength, where can he rank among all the geniuses who have gathered here since the establishment of the Magic City Superpower University. Welcome, Su Jingming, whose student number is 203701204, is starting a boxing challenge. Please cheer for him, everyone. That when Su Jingming swiped his student ID card, the same high-pitched voice sounded again. Hey, someone has started a challenge again. It seems to be the companion of the man just now. TSK, this one's strength is even lower. It's like a low-ranking one. First level lower position. It's hard to say whether his punching power is 400 kilograms or not. Unsurprisingly, the audience is not optimistic about Su Jingming, who only has first-level lower-level strength, but Su Jingming himself in the center was not affected at all and took a deep breath. Afterwards, Su Jingming's whole body's energy and blood were mobilized to the limit. The body is straight, the waist is strong, and the waist drives the arms to twist, and with this force, the fist turned into a black phantom like an arrow from the string, and hit the target in front of him hard. Bang! A deafening sound like a heavy hammer exploding in the hall, followed immediately by the high-pitched cheers. Punching strength is 4,589 kilograms. Peak punching strength. Congratulations, you broke the record. Chapter 49. The whole audience was shocked. Taking the campus by storm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Punching strength is 4,589 kilograms. Peak punching strength. Congratulations, you broke the record. That the high-pitched voice echoed in the hall. At the same time, the golden light surged on the first pillar in the center of the hall. Su Jingming's name was like the arrival of a supreme being, shining with golden light above the number 1 ranking. Due to the appearance of Su Jingming, the names of other people on the entire list fluctuated like ocean waves, and their rankings dropped one after another. First place, Su Jingming, boxing strength, 4,589 kilograms. Second place, Luo Yang, boxing strength, 4,321 kg. Third place, Chen Dehai, boxing strength, 4,122 kg. This sudden scene made people who originally wanted to laugh at Su Jingming, like a duck being strangled by the neck. He lost his voice instantly. For a moment, the entire hall fell into deathly silence. The record of peak boxing power has been broken. Suddenly, a word came from somewhere and echoed in the hall, causing everyone to react. Immediately, the whole place was boiling with discussion. Holy shit, the boxing strength record has been broken. More than 4,500 kilograms, is this the punching power that a human can produce? You can beat me to a pulp with one punch, and you tell me this is a fucking freshman. To know, the Thunder Martial Arts Gym has been built since the beginning of the establishment of the Magic City Superpower University. It can be said that Thunder Martial Arts Hall has witnessed the historical changes of Magic University of Magic. The 5 ranking lists on the 3rd floor of the Thunder Martial Arts Hall have accumulated the boxing power data of more than 100,000 students from the Magic City Superpower University. The top 1,000 people on any of these lists were all figures who were leading the times back then. It is precisely because of this that the higher the ranking record, the harder it is to break. It has been almost 10 years since the last record on the first pillar was broken. And now, the record of peak boxing power for first-level superpowers has finally been broken again. Moreover, it was still broken by a freshman who was only a first-level low-ranking student. How could this not shock and disbelief them? Many people quickly took out their mobile phones and took pictures of Su Jingming in the center to record this historic scene. it was even posted directly on the student forum of Magic University of Magic. In the hall, some people also doubted whether Su Jingming cheated and used supernatural powers or combat skills. After all, the pure physical strength of more than 4,500 kilograms of punching power is really amazing. However, this statement was quickly rejected by others. The boxing strength testing machine in the center of the hall is controlled by the school's artificial intelligence EVA, and it is a sub-body that has reached the first-level artificial intelligence standard. If cheating had occurred, the results would have been invalidated long ago and no notification would have been made. Speaking of which, Su Jingming is just one level down. We are still far from reaching the first-level peak. Does that mean this record will still be broken? A word rang out from nowhere in the crowd, instantly sparking another heated discussion. That's right, Su Jingming is so powerful even when he is in the first level. Wouldn't it be even more powerful when the first level, mid-level and the first level, upper level are reached? To know, the top 10 who left their names on the first pillar before were all the ones who had reached the peak of the first level and could no longer break through. But Su Jingming is completely different. No one knows where his limit is. On the other side, listening to the discussions of the people around him, Lu Wentao was dumbfounded. What I originally thought was that Su Jingming would go up and embarrass himself, so that his performance just now would not be too conspicuous, but who would have thought that Su Jingming could be so fierce, breaking the record held by more than 100,000 people with one punch. Now, he looked like a clown even more than 100,000 people away. Brother, you are really my brother. Looking at Su Jingming walking down, Lu Wentao was completely convinced. Brother Ming, I will follow you from now on. I will go wherever you say. It's not that exaggerated. Su Jingming smiled and shook his head. This punch indeed exceeded his expectations. Originally, he guessed that it would only be around 3,500 kilograms at most. Unexpectedly, it was more than 1,000 kilograms more. It seems that Thunder Tyrannosaurus and I are really compatible. Su Jingming nodded secretly, then looked at the staff next to him. There will also be credits for breaking records, right? The female staff member was still a little confused at this time. Seeing the handsome face so close, he came back to his senses, his face turned red and he said. Of course, there is a reward of 400 credits for breaking the record, which should have arrived by now. Su Jingming took out his cell phone and took a look. Sure enough, there was a reminder on his cell phone that the credits were due, in addition to the 200 credit meeting gift from senior brother Lu Ming that he received at Teacher Yang's villa, and the 100 basic credits issued by the school. There are almost 700 credits in his student account. Yes, but if I break the record next time, can I still get credits? Su Jingming put away his mobile phone and said eagerly. You can only get credits once for breaking the record. However, what I got was a negative answer from the staff. This made him feel a little sorry. His strength is far from reaching the peak of the first level, and he will definitely break the record of a class of superpowers many times in the future. But there are also 4 pillars, corresponding to the 2nd to 5th levels of superpowers. The same goes for breaking the records on these pillars later. Su Jingming smiled slightly and already thought of a way to earn credits, but at this time, the senior brothers and sisters in the hall who had calmed down came over one by one with smiles on their faces. Su, this is your first time coming to the martial arts gym here. Come, sister will teach you how to use the equipment. Junior, our club is short of people, why don't you consider our club? There are many girls in our club. Although the fist power ranking only reflects physical strength, it cannot reflect the strength of supernatural powers or the power of combat skills, but if his boxing power is so high, can it be inferior in other aspects? Besides, those who can be ranked among the top 10 in boxing power are those who only appear in several years and are astonishingly talented. What's more, Su Jingming directly broke the record and became the first. Anyone who can get into the Magic City Superpower University is not a fool. If you don't make friends with such a young boy with endless potential now, what are you waiting for? When Su Jingming saw this scene, his scalp went numb. He didn't dare to stay in this public training hall any longer, so he quickly ran away with Lu Wentao. I also found a separate training room to conduct the remaining strength tests. However, what he didn't know was news that the fist power record of first-level superpowers has been broken. Like a whirlwind, it quickly swept through the entire campus. Many people know that among the freshmen of this class, there is a fierce man named Su. Jingming. With a punch power of more than 4,500 kilograms, my junior brother's physical strength is really exaggerated and terrifying. In a student villa, senior brother Lu Ming looked at the posts on the mobile school forum and couldn't help but marvel. Back then, he also challenged the boxing rankings. At that time, he was a first-level high-level superpower user with the first level of immortal lightning body. However, it only had a punch power of more than 3,500 kilograms, compared with Su Jingming now. He is not even the slightest bit worse. Xiao Yun, look, this guy is so handsome. At the same time, a mobile phone was handed to him. On the mobile phone, a young man stood tall and straight under the spotlight, with a pillar in front of him shining brightly. The young man was tall, with a resolute appearance, and his eyes were black and white, slightly cold. It's him. Song Chuyan recognized the man at a glance as the boy he had just noticed on the road, who seemed to have the aura of a ferocious beast. It turns out his name is Su Jingming, and he seems to be pretty strong. This is a post on the school forum, which is quite popular, but Song Chuyan, who had finished browsing all the contents, had her beautiful eyes shining slightly. In this way, that strange beastly aura was not her imagination. But how did he generate such aura? Song Chuyan looked at the figure in the picture, with a touch of curiosity in her beautiful eyes. Su Jingming. So you've come to the Magic City too? This time, I want to get back all the honor that belongs to me. In the villa, a young man looked at the figure in the picture with some resentment. If it weren't for Su Jingming, he wouldn't have missed out on being the provincial champion in Jiangnan province and become the laughing stock of Ning'an City. Chapter 50 Combat Skills Library. SSS Level Combat Skills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After entering a separate training room, Su Jingming conducted a series of strength tests that focused on physical strength. It turned out that after possessing the immortal thunder, his physical strength had been horribly improved. The skin's defense is comparable to E-grade alloy, making it invulnerable in the ordinary sense. He tried to make a wound on the skin, but it turned out to be like this in just a few breaths. With its powerful defense and recovery speed, it is worthy of being an S-level bodyforging combat skill. Su Jingming's eyes brightened slightly. With this kind of physique, as long as you are not too desperate, it is almost impossible to be life-threatening. In addition, he found that his height had also increased from 1.86 meters to 1.89 meters, the weight is even more exaggerated, skyrocketing from 80 kilograms to 120 kilograms. However, his appearance has not changed much, except that his bone density has increased and his muscles have become tighter. If you put it in the previous life, this physical fitness would definitely be regarded as a little Superman. Su Jingming is very satisfied with his current state. In addition, I am also glad that I have such a good teacher, otherwise, it would be impossible to achieve such a big improvement in just a few days. The strength test is over. I'll go to the library later. Thanks to the S-level permission granted to him by the Magic University, all books in the library are open to him for free. Su Jingming has been coveting for a long time the collection of books owned by the top university in the Magic City University of Supernatural Abilities. After leaving the room, he found Lu Wentao in the training room next door and left the Thunder Martial Arts gym together. Brother Ming, there are a lot of your posts on the school forum now. On the way, Lu Wentao said excitedly, there are many other people clamoring to challenge you. The moment he was in the training room just now, he did nothing but train. I checked my phone for a while during the break, and naturally saw posts on the school forum. Challenge me. Su Jingming raised his sword eyebrows slightly. The martial arts at the Magic City Superpower University is quite strong. Of course, there is another possibility, that is, these people want to step on him and achieve their own fame. However, Su Jingming was not interested in such an invitation to fight. Wentao, do you want to go to the combat skills library? At the fork in the road, Su Jingming asked Lu Wentao. I only went there once yesterday, so I won't go today. Okay, then you go back first. There are two libraries in the Magic City Supernatural University. One is an ordinary library, which contains historical and cultural books. The other building is the Combat Skills Library, which contains many combat skills and power training methods for various types of powers. Su Jingming went to the second library, as one of the most important places in the Magic City Superpower University. The combat skills library was built majestic and tall, it stood there like a hill, exuding a heavy sense of oppression. Moreover, the entire combat skills library is a bit like a mirage, looking a bit illusory. It is rumored that the entire combat skills library is under the control of a vice principal of our school who has space powers. It seems to be true. This is a piece of information that Su Jingming accidentally discovered when he checked library information through EVA. Once something goes wrong, the entire combat skills library will exist independently of this space, without corresponding means. Even a 9th-level martial saint would not be able to forcibly seize these precious secret books. After swiping his student ID card at the door, the closed door opened, and Su Jingming stepped inside. The first floor of the library is a huge hall. In the lobby, there is only one front desk. Su Jingming came to the front desk and was about to ask how to check the combat skills secret book. The female teacher behind the front desk stood up directly with a gentle smile on her face. S-level student Su Jingming, welcome to the combat skills library. Is there anything I can help you with? The female teacher has a better face and wears a pair of black-rimmed glasses, looking like a Chinese teacher from a middle school. However, the vague aura emanating from them showed that these were at least 4th-level superpowers. You know me? Su Jingming was a little surprised. Even if he just broke the record, he wouldn't be so famous, right? Even the teacher in the library knows about him. Students with S-level permissions can freely browse all combat skills in the library and are special permission holders. Therefore, when you swipe your student ID card at the door, I have already received the prompt. The female teacher had a nice smile on her face and her attitude was very friendly, even respectful. For a 4th-level superpower to be respectful to a 1st-level superpower, this may sound like a fantasy, but for the female teacher herself, this is not the case. After all, having S-level authority means that the other party has endless potential. As long as he doesn't die young, he will at least be a master-level superpower in the future, and she has almost exhausted all her potential just by reaching the 4th level of superpower. Such a respectful attitude can be regarded as a sign of goodwill in a sense. The previous director of the admissions office, Zhang Chaoyang, was like this, and the same was true for this female teacher. So that's it. Su Jingming nodded suddenly, and then asked. I want to see the combat skills of lightning-type superpowers. I need to go to which floor to check? Combat skills below B level are all in the public reading room on the 2nd and 3rd floors. As for combat skills above B level, they are kept secret because they are too precious. You need to make an online selection in the reading room on the 4th floor before you can check the secret book. The female teacher explained patiently. Then I'll go directly to the reading room. Su Jingming nodded. Since he can access more advanced combat skills, he will not learn low-level combat skills. Okay, reading room 403 on the 4th floor has been opened for you. You only need to swipe your student ID card on the sensor at the door to enter. After a while of working on the computer, the female teacher said. Afterwards, Su Jingming took the elevator to the 4th floor under the guidance of a staff member nearby. It's just that the decoration is more refined and has a unique classical charm. After walking on the 4th floor for a while, a room marked 403 appeared in front of Su Jingming. I swiped my student ID card on the sensor at the door, and the door opened in response. There is a sub-body of artificial intelligence EVA built into the room. If you need anything, just ask her. After selecting the combat skills online, click confirm and we will send you the original cheats. In addition, since B-level and above combat skill cheats are originally very precious, please be very careful when reading them. After the staff said the precautions one last time, they turned around and left, and Su Jingming also stepped into the room. The reading room is not very big, only about 20 square meters. There are tables and chairs in the middle, and in the center of the table is the familiar spherical shape projected by the artificial intelligence EVA. S-level student Su Jingming, what combat skills do you need to check? EVA shook her head and spoke proactively. Thunder and lightning system, all combat skills above B level. Su Jingming was not polite and directly stated his request. Okay. The little ball nodded humanely. Then, on the holographic projection on the side, the name of the secret combat skill appeared, as well as the relevant introduction to the combat skill. Wanlao Tianlian, SSS level with the thunder and lightning superpower as the core. It creates a thunderstorm field with a maximum diameter of 80 kilometers. Note: this combat skill can only be learned by those with B-level or higher lightning-type abilities and those with level 5 or higher abilities. Wrath of the Thunder God, SS level drops thunder like divine punishment, extremely powerful. Note: this combat skill can only be learned by those with B-level or above lightning system abilities and those with level 4 or above abilities. Thunder Abyss, SS level open up the Thunder Abyss and seal a certain place with thunder. Note: this combat skill can only be learned by those with B-level or above lightning system abilities and those with level 4 or above abilities. SSS level combat skills, and SS level combat skills. It is indeed a top university, and it contains so many combat skill secrets. Su Jingming's eyes glowed. It's just a pity that SSS level combat skills and SS level combat skills are so powerful. The power required to release it once is also terrifying. Even if a low-level superpower user drains all his superpowers, he can't release them even once. Even the S-level combat skills are relatively less demanding. They also need to reach the second or third level, and have C-level or above abilities. To learn